just a moment and say I'm grateful for the good things coming my way. And say thank you. Thank you for the food I ate. Thank you for my friend in the street. I'm grateful for the good things coming my way. Best way to end each day is with a grateful heart. As you lie down on your bed, as you rest your beautiful head, think of all the good things of
Love you
each
all.
day, and say thank you. Thank you for my family. Thank you that I get to be me. Now I'll go to sleep and wake up. And I know from the start I'm gonna greet the day with a grateful heart. I'm gonna greet the day with a grateful heart. I'm gonna greet the day with a grateful heart.
Love you. Feel the music. Feel their purity. Feel the truth. The energy behind surface. It will tell you the truth behind lies. Because human voice can lie. Human action can lie. Not the energy. Feel the healing. We love you. Deception happens where the mind is by Satan, because Satan can deceive your thoughts. Satan can deceive your speech and so action, because thought leads speech and action. But the energy is the truth. Only your spiritual heart feel it. When your spiritual heart is pure, you feel the truth as it is. When your spiritual heart is impure, it's called impurities, you feel your karma, your merit. Could be good or bad, but it's not the truth. Only when you're pure, you feel the universe. Some may say, oh, these people, they look kind of old-fashioned or something outside. But to me, I adore them because their the sound that come out from them, it tell me their civilization. It tell me their frequency. And that civilization, that's light years away from greed, anger, and delusion. That's so close to God and the Great Spirit. Love you all. May your spiritual heart be healed. May your soul be connected. The higher version, the light version, the version that's in heaven. Close your eyes and feel it. Feel how your pain body melts away. Because energy connects. It's not so much about the music, but because I say so, and because I'm sending light to it as well. You try it later, you see. I'm sending light to the pain areas as well. But I adore this music and the light that creates this. I send my life, my light, my hello to all of you in the universe. May this speech inspire healing, inspire positivity, inspire love and freedom, the truth behind all doors, the truth behind, you know how like you are here and then the door and then heaven is here, the truth behind this door. Energy is energy. When you label it, you experience it by your own, by the collective karma. And when God creates lives, you know how God create, God multiply things to make the Akashic record. God add meanings to everything. That's what I see. What is heavy? What is light? Your good merit or bad merit determine how you perceive anything and everything. If you know how to embrace God and God's creation, right here, you know how to heal it. You know how to heal all pain of yours and lives around you. That's what I've been doing successfully. But I haven't translated to English much, I don't think. You know how like Jesus back then he showed people where to wash the face or the eyes, something like that. And then the person's blind person healed. Do you know the secret behind that? Do you know where the living water is and what make it living water? Do you know the energy of things? Can you recognize the energy of that living water? Are you pure enough? Are you feeling reality as it is? Are you feeling by your own version of karma? Are you seeing through your own lenses that you created for yourself, not the total truth? Do you know that you can name everything? You can name things, you can label things at the way you choose. The key is be mindful. Be mindful. And create with love, with freedom. That is the only way, because that is the law of the universe. You don't exist alone. You exist with this whole creation that God created with God's law, not your law. Example, Lucifer. Does he know the seeds that he was created from? And what that seed lead him to where? Does he know? No clue. No clue till this day. Still in hell, still suffer. Still control people with greed, anger, and delusion. Just keep on multiplying. Look at the pain he carry on his body. So dark in frequency. Nobody desires that. Always resent, always torturing, always doing things that's dark in energy. That's the nature of Lucifer. What I'm about to share with you, you can see it as good news or bad news, is your choice. To me, everything is good news. Everything is wisdom. Everything is love. And I'm sharing from that space. What created this world? Earth that we are on. The pure version God created. But the human version, the pure human version God created. But then the two was, defeated by Satan, by Lucifer. The two of Adam and Eve were cast out of heaven. With Lucifer and the fallen angels also were kicked out. And that's when Adam and Lucifer start the cycle of birth and death, giving birth, and then all that you can name. The seeds of human. But then, still, if you read even when they were cast out because of sin, because of greed toward their father, the creator of them, they were cast out. And you can find these verses in the Bible. Basically, it's about how human has forgotten God and the result of the human who has forgotten God. And when you talk about heaven, in all religions, right? Like Buddhists, like all religions you can name. Coming back to heaven. All humans want to come back to heaven. Do you know that? All humans want to come to Buddha land, heaven, the new heaven, want to follow Messiah. Nobody want to follow Lucifer, right? When you don't have God in your heart, you are already follower of Lucifer, whether you like it or not. You are building Babylon. You don't build on heaven base. When you don't have God in your heart, you're already defeated, just like Adam and Eve. These verses, the evil thoughts come back to the people who radiate those. You know who you are. Right there and then, in darkness. All time, since memorial, but they have no clue, because they're already in darkness. The seed just of misery just keep on multiplying all the serpent. That's the energy of the serpent. That's what I've been talking about. Are you connected with the angel roots, with your love of heaven? Are you connecting with God, the purity? You have no clue how in heaven the energy is so pure, so bright, so clean, so clean. And when you choose to open door, just kind of a little bit of door to see the world, that's where you see ugliness, darkness, sinners. Do you see their real form of sin? Do you see their real form of sin? Doesn't matter how many times you heal, they just keep on creating because they don't know how to heal the root level. I tell you, only when you have God in your heart, you heal one by one the sins. They perceive things that way and they expect peace. Will they have that? They are, sometimes when I just kind of like think about some beings, I say, recently I don't want to, open doors to see human anymore. Because why? When I had attention to them, I see many people are like, I see their sins show up. Many people are being punished. People are repaying their karma. And even when you open doors to those who still have a lot of impurities to glimpse the light, when they go into the channel, when they go into the community, it's so dark and it's so turbulent. The energy is so dark and so turbulent. Undesirable. They don't see how ugliness that is. They have no clue. They don't know how disgust that is. The face of it's very ugly. Those are already be defeated by Satan, many forms. The energy is very gross. They have no clue. They just know that they cannot smile, they cannot laugh, they cannot have purity, they don't have wisdom. That's what they know. But those who serve God's creation, look at them. In a pure way, look at them. Blessed. All levels. And that light protect them from all dangers, from all devils. Because when you are high in frequency, low frequency cannot connect. When you're in a formless frequency, there's no link for the dark to connect. That's why when you still have form of good or evil, you still have form so that you can be defeated by Satan. There are many levels of Satan in the universe. Each dimension has Satan. And only God, the light of the world, is where Satan cannot enter. He was cast out. When you wake up and you feel like blocked nose, recently, do you know where it comes from? It comes from all the fear that people generate around the world. It comes from Satan, who have been defeated over and over again, and they try to form dark energies again to create misery for people. They're the very last battles of them. But if you give no energy to fear, to negativity, they die out. They die out. They die out. They don't exist anymore, and the tribulation will soon finish. The rapture will happen. I saw that. I saw how beautiful it is in all levels. You can find Isaiah 17:10 or Hosea 8:14, Jeremiah 2:32, Jeremiah 2:31, Hosea 4:6, Isaiah 1:28. Basically, those are the verses that talk about how people has forgotten God and the result of forgotten God. You can claim yourself as the ego and free will that the ego likes. But your free will, if it violates law of the universe, you know what you get. If your free will violate the total truth of the universe, the law of the universe that God created in our timelines, it doesn't turn out good. That's the ego game. The total knowledge, the truth, the total truth, the ultimate truth is connection with God, purity, and then love everything in every moment. Be at peace and love. You have eternity to create, to start again. That's your real eternal self. But most people, they claim themselves as the born and die, the physical. They don't claim themselves. They don't know how to connect with the Holy Spirit and God. That's when they are limited. Lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6 talk about lack of knowledge because they reject knowledge. Isaiah 17:10. I read some here. At that day shall a man look to his maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel. And he shall not look to the altars, the work of his hands, neither shall respect the grove nor the pillar, which the mold hath devoured. You understand? There will come a day where man will look to God, the creator of them, and his eyes shall respect the Holy One of, will respect God, will respect God's eye. That's what I've been seeing. God's eye have Merkaba. It's the Merkaba shape. It's the Merkaba sign. That's seeing the totality of universe. Right. Third eye have a pyramid. Upward. The dark have downward pyramid. That's when people have no energy. That's the technology I've been receiving and been working on and help many. Right. That's the Holy One of Israel. You see the flag of Israel? Blue means healing. White means love. That's the Israel that I know. God's eye. They will respect that. That's, to me, doesn't matter what form of religion you claim yourself as. Are you pure? Are you holy? Are you faithful? Or are you sinner? If you are sinner, doesn't matter what you claim yourself to be, so what? You are still, you act sin, you behave sin, you talk sin, you think sin, you know? You claim yourself as the ego. Many times you think when it's war, the dark fight with the light. But no, that's not the case. Everything is possible in this universe. Sometimes the dark fight with the dark. The dark fights with the dark. But those who appear, those who have heart, God in their heart, the real God's eye, the Merkaba, the Shambhala in their soul, in their heart, in their if they have God in them, the king that Shambhala, the kingdom of God in them, that love of God in them, the respect for the knowledge of God in them, they are those who will be saved. They are the ones who will be saved. Understand? The quality will determine you will be saved or not. And then people shall not look on the altar, the work of their hands, neither shall respect the grove nor the pillar, which the moth hath devoured. All of that they have built could be their physical or their belongings. They are, the moth hath devoured. It's born, decaying, born, always decaying and die. That's the nature of body and the physical. The body and mind and what you build. The body and what you build. Then you will not look at that again. You see the impermanence of that. At that time, you will look to the maker, the power of the creator and creation. And you will respect God's knowledge, all knowing. That's how I see it. And I interpret it at the way I see it. Okay? You can interpret at your version. But I'm not you to interpret it at your version. I've interpreted it at my version would liberate me and people in my community and people who hear it. When people have evil thoughts, they see things as evil, everything. But when people love, they're pure. They see everything with love, with purity. Your judgment toward people has nothing to do with people, but with you. What are the things that come out from you? That's from you. Right? Next. Hosea 8:14. For Israel hath forgotten his maker's right, the law of the universe. His maker's right is the law of the universe. And built temples, and Judah hath multiplied fenced cities. But I will send a fire up on his cities, and it shall devour the palaces thereof. That's Hosea 8:14. What does that say again? Basically, it's saying, you know what? It's when you have to have the right comprehension. I'll give you an example. For example, let's say if I was in Israel, right? And I will talk to Israel people, I would say, for Israel people who has forgotten his maker's right in the future. You understand? You understand who Jesus was talking to? You have to use the right comprehension to understand the Bible correctly. Right? The real heaven is the experience. It is the physical place, but it has so much light and glory that this world is not a place on this world, on this earth. That place exists, but are you connecting? Are you seeing that? Are you seeing the glory of God? I've been seeing glory of God all along. I've been seeing the heaven of God all along. And so my team members and those who I witnessed them walking inside to the gates, inside heaven, that light cannot be mistaken with anything else, you know. It cannot, nothing can compare with that light, the holy light of heaven. For Israel has forgotten his maker's right and built temples, you know. And Judah has multiplied fenced cities. Why did it say Judah? The one that betrayed Jesus. The greedy person. Greedy person has multiplied fenced cities. And built temples and multiply fenced cities. So people have been working on greed and building the things that's not real God. That you understand that? They don't build on the real kingdom. They build on this world. And what did I say? The origin of this world started with Adam and Eve, the versions that were kicked out of heaven, already defeated by Satan, and already in the cycle of birth and death. And Satan and also the fallen angel were cast out as well. You know? So, and Judah has multiplied fenced cities. The greedy has multiplied, has built things of this world. And then again it say, but I will send a fire up on his cities, and it shall devour the palaces thereof. This is not about when you read the Bible, you have to understand the real meaning, okay? You remember the Babylon that I said last time? Those who build things on this world and not building the real kingdom, not having faith in God, not having God in their heart, they will be destroyed at the end time. Understand? And why does it not say all the faithful people, but it says Judah has multiplied fenced cities. built on greed, right? And so that all of that will receive fires and shall devour the palaces thereof. That to me is not about countries or religions. That to me exists in every human being. If you've been building things that of this world, attaching to things of this world, you will see how it's so impermanent, just like how it's received fires, right? On all of those, so impermanent. But those who've forgotten God's law, make his makers right, or those who receive the punishment, we call that merit. Understand? So basically, in my version of understanding, those who don't understand or don't know the law of the universe, or don't practice or forgot the law of the universe, and build things based on greed, they will receive the punishment from God. Understand? Just by Babylon being destroyed. It's not about something, it exists in every human being. Your merit, are you building on faith in God, or are you building on your ego? You can name it as free will, whatever. But if it violates the law of the universe, it violates the well-being of others based on greed, subtle greed or gross greed, then the law of the universe, and you will get to see. It happened on the small scale and big scale as well. Those who are faithful, every human being, when you practice God's teaching, or you want to build merit so you can go to heaven, build it within, not without, not by harming people, right? Not by harming people. By harming people, you have greed right there. You want to go to heaven, and so you harm people so you can go to heaven. That's greed. That's Judah. That's opposite with the direction that Hosea 8:14 point to. 8:14.2. Because you violate the law of the universe, that everything comes from God, and God's law of the universe. Jesus teach love. When you love even the smallest people, it's when you do it to God. You do to Jesus. You understand that? When you help people, you help God. They come from the same source that you are. When you violate that, look at what happened. When you hate people, when you harm people, that war never stops. Not only love can heal anger. Anger cannot heal anger. Fire cannot heal fire. The calm and the coolness of water can heal fire. You understand? That's the law of the universe. Jeremiah 2:32. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her ornaments? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. People have forgotten God, just like bride forget her ornaments. When a bride when bride don't have ornaments, you cannot call it bride. Just like normal person, nobody can recognize that's bride, you know? Just like you, when you forget God for days without number, are you, I don't want to use the mean words, but if you, like I said earlier, When you don't have God in your heart, you're already defeated. You're already defeated by Satan. Satan, that DNA from the defeated people in the DNA of human, from Adam and Eve. And that's why I've been like, sometimes I lose sleep, I lose sleep, I never lose sleep. But I just think about, I think about what? These people, I see their real form. I see their real form. I see their merit. I see their, and then I thought, what? How can people perceive with softened consciousness? I saw the form. And then when I go deep into meditation, I saw, oh, this is why the people cast out and together with the Satan and the fallen angel. That's from, that started the cycle of birth and death of humanity. That's why it's already in the bone. That's what some people, they call human sinners, But not anymore. If you connect back with the version of God, faith of God, just like the version of Adam and Eve back in heaven. If you have faith, you will return. Mimic the faith and the joy of Adam and Eve before Satan defeat them. That's the seed to come back to heaven. Next, Jeremiah 3:21. A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. And my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end thereof? So the wonderful and the horrible things has committed in the land to human, right? The prophets prophesy falsely. When I look into the prophets, I know who have light and who. I know who have light and who, and the opposite. That's why, do you know the law of the universe is such? When you create something, and if you believe it, and if you have enough people believe it, it becomes reality. It manifests. But the thing is, Satan also know that. Satan also know that, and they practice that. But the only person that Satan cannot defeat is God, because God is the source of all particles of Satan and universe. God can defeat all of devil, you can name at once. For example, if you have seen, let's say you have like small disease that you have enough merit to balance it based on the scale of judgment, Egyptian, then you can heal yourself. But if the illness is too big for you, for your merit to heal, at that time, only when either have faith in God or practice purity to the level that you are so connected with that infinite light, with God's consciousness, then you can be healed, because God has the final say. God can choose to heal all saints at once just because you have faith and you want to liberate. Your wish, knock and the door will open, okay? When you have wish, you will manifest. But make sure the wish is love-based and then liberation-based. When you have enough faith and then purity, God can heal that at once. What you as human, you don't have enough merit to heal that. Heal bad deeds, very bad deeds. I know which disease consider very bad deeds, as through healing thousands of people, I saw very clearly. But I don't want to In the ego world, I don't want to name things because people claim everything as them, you understand? So love them for who they are and just speak the basic fundamental just so they know how to balance their life in the future or energy in the future. In the morning when you wake up, if you feel blocked nose, meditate for an hour, observe the body from outside. Then you see if you meditate, you've been practiced until now, you know how to balance it, remove it. You know how to balance yourself. And if it's the darkness, the densities come from fear, density, energy outside. You have the eye to see, it's dark in color. Right. At that time, you try to go to nature and you will see where it's pure, or you dance with the happy song, or you meditate, or do yoga, or sauna, or sniffing essential oil like peppermint. You will see there are many ways to heal yourself, okay? And I have a student come, and she has a family member that come with her. They stay overnight. We normally don't have problem with people who practice the truth that I've been sharing. But when she bring the person that doesn't know how to practice and then stay in the place and doesn't have any will to practice. So everybody have blocked nose because the energy is so dense and so many dark energies like entering the place together with that being. And so I have to ask them to, hey, if you want to practice, I help you. But the person that doesn't want to practice, I got to protect the people who want to practice. I got to protect the light. It's blocked nose. So when I experienced that, it helped me understand what people are experiencing out there. You don't have any clue the married circle around you. How unconscious people can easily harm one another, whether they want it or not, or whether they know it or not. Their energy, their sin radiate. Okay, the only way to protect yourself, practice purity, faith, and love. Practice in the way that your good merit is so high that dark energies cannot connect. Keep on, practicing diligently. In this time, you will see it help you right there and then. Then that's the design of universe. Because back then you were everything's normal, I don't need to practice, or I don't see the result practicing. But right now, if you know how to practice, you remove the block nose right in front of you. Alright. And then also, back then when I was in Himalaya, because as I connect with you guys, block nose again, that's tell me what am I connecting to, what I'm opening door to. But that's okay, I know how to heal it. Because everything connects. And then that's the reason why I keep on saying, you don't expect to have peace when people around you suffer, okay? Just keep on radiating love. When you see the totality of truth, you just keep on radiating love and liberation. And then when I was on Himalaya, it was so cold that I can feel like my nose was completely, like everything was freezing. I can feel freezing here and then here. At that time, I sit and meditate, and so I can hear the sound of like everything was melting. I have to sit and meditate the whole night so that I don't get blocked nose. But that really helped me overcome heat and cool. Some of you who have bad merit through your speech or verses, you will see it will show up in front of your life in days to come. And you will know. Right now, everything is like so constant. As I talk here, I feel everything. I feel the consciousness that hadn't told. That I feel the collective consciousness. And when I was on Himalaya, everything was like melting, and then that's how I overcome heat and cold. And then during there were times I was in area that's so heat, extreme heat. People were screaming, but my students, they are normal. Okay, they don't have agitation inside. They purify that. They live in a calm mind of nirvana, and they are okay in all conditions. So for my old students, I never heard they complain about anything. Only people outside are they screaming about basically everything. It's just lack of mastery. They wait until they need it, then they start like practicing it. Sometimes it's too late. And then the person that were in my place, it just make everybody was like so have blocked nose, right? And we noticed that everything becomes so hot. Everybody becomes so hot. The heat of kilesa, the heat of agitation. When the person is gone, they play so cool and so like at ease. The heat of defilement. Well, it's so clear when I was on Himalaya using helicopter. When we fly from mountain to the city, it's just distance away, very short distance away. The climate is completely different. One is cool and one is heat. The heat of fear, anger, worry, the fear of building Babylon, right? That's the heat of, could be the fear that's the fire sent up on the cities. You know, there's many levels of fire. Do you know the level of heat that make you feel agitated? That's also a level of heat, energetically. And the priests bear rule by their means. What does that mean? The priests bear rule by their means. What Jesus and Buddha did works. What Jesus and Buddha did work. Understand? The false one, false result, don't work. It doesn't work, it doesn't bring result. That's all, period. And my people love to have it so. People love fake things. People love fake things, though it doesn't work. But why? What they have inside attract what they experience outside. Don't complain. Understand? Doesn't matter when people say things, how you perceive it determines your level of mastery of your mind. It doesn't mean anything about other people. It determines it's ugly inside you or it's pretty inside you. Make sure you build something that's pretty. That's you in charge of your destiny. There's so many children of Satan in this world that they perceive things with serpent consciousness, and that's very ugly. No desire. Not the people in my community. It's beautiful and loving. Sometimes we see all those, even when love, even a little bit contamination of serpent, we kick them out. We don't need that. We don't need that because we know what's real heaven. We don't need serpent inside of heaven. Yep, that was that. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee from being king, and thou shalt not make it to reign. Lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge, so they suffer so much. They defeat by saying so much disappointment of greed, anger, and delusion. So defeat so much in the cycle of birth and death, many lives. Right? They rejected knowledge, they rejected wisdom, they rejected God's law of the universe. They rejected God and the law of the universe. So God will also reject them from being king. Later on, you will see the people that you never expect to be king become king. And the people that, that is the law of the universe. You will see. You will see. You will see. When you read this, I will also reject thee from being king, and thou shalt not make it to reign. That means not the person that you expected, right? But who will be chosen, right? Who will be chosen by God? Should be the people who have knowledge. The people who did not reject knowledge of God and the law of the universe. You understand? Thank you, the universe. But do you know what is the real kingdom? What is the real kingdom? What is the kingdom of God? Do you know the energy of kingdom? Do you know the energy of the real kingdom? The real kingdom of heaven, where is peace, brightness, glory, serenity, peace, beauty. You can name the energy, the energy which created everything possible, right? That energy. God's particle, the purest, the brightest light of the world. Next, and the destruction of the transgressors and of the wicked shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. I read it again. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the wicked shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. Meaning the destruction of the transgressors and of the wicked shall be together. Without love, you will receive destruction. Without purity or faith in God and love, you will receive destruction, because transgressors. What is transgressors? And what is opposite of transgressors? Transgressors, when you harm beings, right? Harm beings by all means. And the opposite of transgressors is love. Doesn't harm anybody, but just creating love in your life and the lives around you. And those love is the opposite qualities of transgressors and wicked. And those will survive. Those will attain those will experience the rapture after the tribulation. And those who forsake the Lord shall be consumed. They don't have God in their heart. They are so full of ego. Like I said, that whether you don't have God, by the nature, the design of nature, they are consumed automatically by Satan, by the defeated version at the bone level, at the DNA level, at the birth and death of human body. That version, that's already the DNA of Adam and Eve, the defeated version by Satan. To come back to heaven, live just like the consciousness of Adam and Eve before they were cast out, which is what? Faith, happiness, love, no jealousy, no greed, no deceit, no deception by Satan, not being deceived by Satan. Okay. Revelation 6, New International Version, the seals. I watched as the Lamb opened the first of the 7 seals. Then I heard one of the 4 living creatures say in a voice like thunder, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a white horse. How many people already see that happen in the universe? It happened on the regular basis, but how many people see? How many people really see Jesus and the army of heaven already defeated Satan over and over again to protect human lives? And so the light keep on winning, the dark just keep on losing. How many people see the real Tibetan, the real the real light code, the real intelligence of the universe behind the surface? How many people really see that war already happened and the light just keep on winning? The victory goes to the light. I'm not saying when you lose you are dark, okay? No. You don't know what's losing and what's winning really. When you don't have God in your heart, you really lose. When you have God in your heart, you're peaceful, you're blessed, you already win. That's win and lose to me means. We see white horse on a regular basis, and we see the Messiah on a regular basis. We see heaven on a regular basis. It's been happening for those who have the eyes to see. And there are people who've been writing it down. Later on, you will get to see. After all of this has been done, I tell you, the tribulation is what's happening right now. Many castles, many Babylon of the devil. I'm not talking about human. I'm talking about the devil. It's already destroyed. That's why those who follow the dark, they don't receive energy from Satan anymore. And they lose. They lose. Satan already defeated. Layers and layers. When the Lamb opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature say, "Come." Then another horse came out, a fiery red one. Its rider was given power to take peace from earth and to make people kill each other. Has been happening all over earth. To him was given a large sword. We saw all of this and beyond on the regular basis. When the Lamb opened the third seal, before we even know about the revelation. When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a black horse. Its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. And then I heard what sounded like a voice among the 4 living creatures saying, 2 pounds of wheat for a day's wages, and 6 pounds of barley for a day's wages, and do not damage the oil and the wine. You will see, you can translate in many ways, but to me, it's like without love. It's about the condition. It's about gaining things in this world, the physical, and not so much about love and giving anymore. Okay, that's the sign. Next, when the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the four living creatures say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death and Hades. Following close behind him, they were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague. Sometimes I don't understand some words, but I know all the meaning when I just understand the word. Some people, they understand all the words, but they don't understand the meaning. Okay. And by the wild beasts of the earth. Okay, when the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the four living creatures say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. We saw that. We saw how later on, by greed, anger, and delusion inside, many people actually die suddenly. Like, because right now you feel that, you already feel the density, but it's just started. It just started. You feel the density, the fear of human. That sometimes when you close some human, it's very hard to breathe the fresh air. You just need to keep on practicing diligently, right? That's why right now I already know what I need to do step by step. I'm always follow that light. You know, at first I already know step by step the book, and then I'm gonna go to my CD. That later on, when the time comes, the righteous, you will see how I heal people. They will see why they are sick. They will see the result that when they recognize that, and they regret it, and then so they get healed. You will see many things miraculously will happen. Back then, Jesus know the energy of things. He know the energy. There are some I know where the living water is. When I consume that water, all your tiredness or pain, it's melting. That's 0 point. It's interesting. And then when you use it on your body, it get healed. The energy is beautiful. But the thing is, why those energies don't remain to this day? Why? Remember who declared that will work, right? Jesus declared that will work, and that worked. Do you know the forces behind Jesus? is the whole heaven that support him and make everything reality, you know. And also at the same time, when he said with the creator knowledge, he connected with the three bodies already. Everything's possible with God, you know, and he's already connected. That's when it's happened. And he also have the knowledge. He know the energy of that as well. And that's why he asked people to do that, and then it works. I heal the broken arm in 2 minutes when the person have faith. I send you the video already. In many cases, you don't. I would, many cases, miracle. And then, you will get to see. Later on, people will just like, they have, could be either fear or greed, and then it's just like worshiping the water, and then by connecting those energies, it's not pure anymore. And without the blessing of God, it doesn't work. And when it works, you will know. When it works again, you will know who God is. When it works again, you will know who God is. The omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscience. You will know. That's the quality, isn't it? Buddha, Jesus, what they teach works. Right? False ones, what they teach don't work. Right? But when you don't practice, you are not helping yourself. That's the thing. When you don't have faith, when you don't have purity in your heart, it doesn't work for you, because you don't practice the law of universe. Law of universe is the way, but you have to practice. You have to walk to arrive. You understand? That's the law of universe. For example, you wanna quench the thirst, you have to drink. You have to have good marriage. You have to practice righteousness, love, faith. That's the law of universe, whether you know it or not. When you practice it, you will get the result. When you don't practice it, you will get the result, not practicing it. Simple. Okay, next. When he opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those who had been slain because of the word of God and the testimony they has maintained. They call out in a loud voice, "How long, sovereign Lord, holy and true, until you judge the inhabitant of the earth and avenge our blood?" Then each of them was given a white robe, and they were told to wait a little longer until the full number of their fellow servants, their brothers and sisters, were killed just as they had been. In my understanding, only when people suffer painful, then they head to God. When they feel powerlessness, they head to God. You see a human body, but how many people see they already defeated? They already, how you call? They are, how you call? Wounded by Satan. They are wounded by sin and by Satan. Do you know that you see that form? And only when people see enough of what Buddhists call the Four Noble Truths, when people see suffering and the cause of suffering, they will search for the end of suffering, which is God, which is Nirvana. And then they will find the path that leads to the end of suffering, which is faith or which is practicing meditation. You know? Guilt is cute to me. You know how many people they are alive but they're not really alive. They disconnected with their soul. They disconnected with their soul. It's just like that. They repeat old stories. They say things that's so dense of memory and of this world. Nothing interested in that. No wisdom in that. It's just personal limitation memories. Okay. To me, those are already defeated, disconnected with the light, disconnected with the heaven. But only when they experience all enough pain and suffering of this world, they want to receive, they want to go to heaven. And that's when it say each of them was given a white robe. They was given opportunity, right? Not when the door open. They were told to wait a little longer. Right? Why these people were given white robe and they have to wait longer until the full number of their fellow servants, like their brothers and sisters, were killed. Those who don't practice, doesn't matter how close they are to you, if they don't practice, they don't have God in their heart, they will be defeated by Satan. I watched as he opened the sixth seal. There was great earthquake. The sun turned black like sackcloth made of goat hair. The whole moon turned blood red, and the stars in the sky fell to earth, and figs dropped from a fig tree when shaken by strong wind. The heaven receded like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island was removed from its place. So there will be, so recently we've seen an earthquake, right? Many happening. So this is, if I were you and if I read all of these from the Bible, I would need to start practicing the real spirituality. Because all of that I was just saying about, I see that all of this along my journey and journey of thousands of people around me. I tell you, but only when you practice, you will see the holiness of God and the miracle, infinite possibility. When you meditate, you will know what peace is. You will know when your energy flow, your life flow, and your life flow to me is not compared to the bank account of your neighbor or compared to the car or the house of your neighbor. Flow means, are you happy? Are you content? Are you living with beautiful meaning? The best happiness that you can be, right? That is the real riches. That is the real abundance. That's the real, how you call children of God. Just like the level of heaven. When you live in heaven, you don't need money. Look at Adam and Eve back then when they were in heaven. Did they even use money? No, everything was abundance in heaven. And when your energy is a heaven type, everything is abundance. I see that in my people's lives. They become richer than ever. They become richer than before. When they worked in the when they worked in the world, they make some money, but then they lose a lot of happiness, become so stiff and sick. But right now, after they practice the truth, they raise their energy, their frequency. Right now, they are richer, a lot richer than before. How you call treasures falling from, not from even their parents, from their, how you call, relative. Two people, they manifested lands that given to them like $450,000. Three of them manifested that. And one person, she manifests things that she never imagined before. Right? Because I can see that her parents, they have restaurant where they kill animals since she was little. So that's why such merit that she manifests slower than them. But I allow her to practice, and then also everything she have for free. And then I give her money sometimes, and things that she does, she gets supported. When her father was sick back then, the friends give the money that they never dream of, even if they work for months. People give to them for free. She said these miracles never happened before. You know, this is just so you know what's the real riches. Real riches is all over the world. It's by your merit. It's not the things that you trade your happiness for. It's the things that you live in line with the universe, the law of the universe that you earn. And it's everywhere. It's eternal. It's with you. It's your heaven. And heaven, you don't ask about abundance. Human ask about abundance. Heaven, you know you can create anything. Then the king of earth, the princess, the generals, the rich, the mighty, and everyone else, both slave and free, hid in caves and among the rocks of the mountain. They called to the mountains and the rock, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can withstand it? So this is not about judging people. These are judging the people that's following Babylon of this world, that's following anger, greed, right? These are the ones that talk about. There are people who are rich, but also they full of God in their heart. Those are rare, but they also exist. Everything is possible in this universe. So that day will happen when everybody will fear God. Doesn't matter who they are, including the kings of the earth, the princes, the generals, the rich, the mighty, and everyone else, both slave and free. When the day comes, you will know who sits on the throne, who hold the real staff of heaven, who ride the white horse from heaven, who hold the light of the world. You will get to see. We already saw that. We already saw that, whether we want it or not, or before we know anything about all of this or not, we saw that. So there are people who receiving like misfortune out there. When you experience like misfortune, you have to raise your frequency. If you attach to it, you don't know how to maintain and heal that frequency. That low frequency will keep on attracting, multiplying the bad deeds, the bad merits. You understand? Raise your frequency and you shift your reality, you know. Because just if you keep on, let's say if you attract something bad and you feel down, and that down, you don't know how to remove it through your meditation, you will attract that density still in you. That will attract the reality that's similar, the similar vibration. You understand? Thank you, universe. Yep. You get to see. Be very mindful. Even if you are in a good time, you have to have God in your heart, faith in that purity, keep on creating good deeds every moment. That's how you purify your DNA, returning it back to the heaven level of light, where you will experience the rapture. I saw that happen. I saw that happen. And it will. Very soon, you will get to see. You get to see. So may all of you, after seeing all of this tribulation around the world, I think it's enough. I hope that people feel that's enough and they stop giving energy anymore to the darkness, the fear, the suffering. And so give energies to love, to peace. That's what heals from the inside, from you to the world. That's what needed. That's the quality of heaven, right? That's the real religion. Love and God, love and then faith in God is a real religion. That will keep you safe days to come, to eternity, for eternity. That is the love, the universe. We love you all. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So fulfilled right now. Thank you. You're not celebrating. We have like it's just your version of interpreting it, right? Even though like when we go out near this area, everything was so turbulent, people talk so different, but in my area it's so calm and tranquil. It's completely different energy. It's complete. Your light, your happiness, your love is your real, it's heaven. It's heaven. And when you perceive life that way, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's heaven. It's heaven 24/7. And you will see that through reflection, through attracting the people around you, the experience and the way you perceive the experience as well. Thank you, universe. Okay, let's meditate for 10 minutes. I want you to start learning to purify. No, I want you to dance right now. I want to help you to balance your energy, healing your physical pain inside, whether you know it's there or not. But sometimes when it's blocked nose, it's very dense inside already. When I go around people who have a lot of density, my nose blocked. Like I have to, something like that. Yeah. Black psychic, okay? It's black psychic. And when I'm around people, they feel like calm and peace and ease and happiness. That's the real energy. That's the real liberation. Okay, I want you to start meditating. Observe the awareness. Observe the awareness. At that time, you need to have very strong determination so that when you have enough determination, you will purify. You will purify limitation about pain, limitation about heat and cold, all that you can name. You are free from them. They're just energy. You shift them to bliss right in front of your eyes, right? So many ways to meditate. Later on, I'm gonna play a lot of music. I already bought the instruments and I'm gonna create a whole lot of beautiful things. I don't have time to create all of that, but I will create all of that. I will create all of that. I have the eternity to create. Okay? And when I want to break in Nirvana, okay? So let's do that. So I want you to, I'm gonna show you how to meditate. I'm gonna radiate music from the state of Nirvana. And just like the way I speak, you will feel like, oh wow, your pain melted away. And I will create a lot of that to help a lot of people out there. Just like the version in heaven that I see on a regular basis. When the positive energies all around, the tools all around. People live in heaven. They don't give thoughts to negativity anymore. And the light, we keep on creating that. Okay, so, but for now, let's meditate with music that's already out there. And I want you to dance, just dance. I want you to shake normal. I'm not gonna shake because some of you have very negative mind, and when I'm in a free flow, I'm gonna look weird in the stiff mind of the perceiver, and I don't want that. So you just shake, just like you just relax and shake your body from head to toes like that. It's gonna help heal your balance, your energy, make your energy flow. It will help you, and then I'll keep on helping you how to meditate with the other versions. Many ways to meditate. I'm very creative. Like people, whatever they face, I show them and they heal. If you have questions about meditation, you can ask, okay? Because it's infinite, okay? Whatever you have, whatever experience you have, stuckness you have, I know how to help. But if you don't have faith, I don't want to help you. Because it's a waste of time. Every morning I dance. My people here, when they dance, all their pain melted away, and every day they start new with meditation and dancing. They start a whole day with a whole new body. It's just about you knowing how to balance your body, to have energy to create. Make sure every day you wake up with the energy. You train your mind with the energy of, I want to do things. In the morning. You should know how to train your mind and raise your frequency like that. And you will see the whole day you have a lot of energy to create. You declare, generate positive thoughts. Ask God to, I want to do positive things in this world, for example, But make sure you have God in your heart. Otherwise, you might go toward like the Babylon free will and whatever. And it's very subtle ego, and that's where you start like getting, when the ego is so strong, energy stuck, you don't connect with God's energy. Okay, thank you, universe. Dance. I don't understand the meaning of this, but I like it. As you dance, I just keep on sending light too. We love you. Thank you, universe. Let's meditate for 5 minutes. You wanna bring love here? Bring love here. Sending love to everybody. As right now, I'm bathing in grace. Every time I do this, I feel so fulfilled. Because I knew I did what I needed to do. When you listen to this song, I want you to think of God. You are here, there's nothing I fear. Live like that. One more thing. I wanted to share this. When you are pure people, they don't fear when they live in the forest, because they face birth, they face death every day. They face danger like every day. When they live in the forest, I myself was there. I didn't have any fear. Though I see fresh animal bone was eaten, I didn't have any fear. And so I know when I went to Amazon, when I see the people, I choose to go to, that I choose to see, they have light. And I send light and open the door before I go every time. And so yeah, just love. Sometimes you see, you just love them, and when you appear, you just attract pure people and you recognize them. Okay, love. But though you've been fighting with Hoàng Kim, the other little chihuahua, but no, they don't really fight. They love each other. He loved to dance. This fella, he loved dancing. Every morning he wait to dance with me. Eyes, show your beauty, show your beauty. You wanna hear another song of grace? You wanna hear another song? The energy is so much grace right now, so much grace. We love you. She hasn't brushed your teeth. We love you. Thank you for the joke. When you are mindful, every moment is bliss. I think that motorcycle lights or something. Like, when you are mindful, everything is bliss. Live your life that way. Don't be hurry, making mistake. Be mindful and enjoy the destination of life itself. Be mindful. That's love right there. That's peace right there. That's well-being right there. When you are hurried, you easily being deceived by Satan, which send thoughts, and it's in the consciousness level. But when you're mindful, you overcome it. You train it. You train the mind to beautiful mind, to holy consciousness, to come back. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We love you. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, all of you. Be happy.